We're live. We are live. All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. We just started. Give me just 1 second to, I'm gonna get things rolling in just a sec. But give me just 1 minute, everyone. So, yeah, I kind of apologize for not putting out a review like I was supposed to. Uh, just a lot of stuff going on at work. Just a lot of things happening. So, I didn't really have time to record. So, I hope you guys can understand that. So thank you. Hopefully that makes sense. But you know, I think, and I don't really want to talk too much about stuff going on at work. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are, you know, doing fantastic. It is National Women's Day, so happy National Women's Day and whatnot. And oh yeah, so I did bring dinner with me again. Unlike last time, it's not scrambled eggs. It's not something. It's not nearly as healthy. It's just got some ramen noodles here. You know, I think I think Ryu here. I think Ryu here will be proud. You know, because I have some noodles. So he's looking at the noodles. No, you can't have any. But anyway, yeah, I'm just a little kind of tired, but I'm still gonna go ahead and get this review out for y'all. Just give me 1 second, and whoever joined, welcome. I kind of think I know who it is, but whoever it is, you know, you know. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, like I said, hopefully things are going well for all of you. Sorry, I don't know how to do this properly, but I'm actually just sending out a tweet on Twitter for people to join. So this will take just a sec. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that should be good for now. All right. So anyway, so that being said, let's do the usual intro, obviously. So what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Nerdy Mark live stream, and today we are looking at the cruiser. God damn my hair. Today we are looking at the cruiserweight tournament and round one of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. I'm not gonna do the Dusty Rhodes impression anymore because a certain Chris Black said that it sucked. So I won't be doing that. But anyway, that's all good though. Let me just turn my chair around. Um, so so we got the round one of both the Dusty Rhodes Classic as well as the cruiserweight title. Cruiserweight tournament. I was gonna say the cruiserweight classic, but it's not the cruiserweight classic. It's just the cruiserweight tournament. Though I would love to see another cruiserweight classic. I think that would be really really cool. However, all that aside, I think first of all, both shows were just absolutely fantastic and they were just really good. But I think before we begin, I would like to address a couple of things. First things first, we do begin with a tragedy, and I know a lot of these live streams are beginning with some sort of unfortunate news, but unfortunately this week, King Kong Bundy has officially passed away. Um, to be frank with you, I really have not known much about Bundy because I had not really watched a lot of his matches when he was around. Really wish that I had. Really wish that I had the fortunate. I wish I had the good fortune of watching it. I know he did some stuff, obviously for WWE and even for New Japan. He wrestled some matches and whatnot. But Tim. I know Tim's not here yet, but I know that I'm just glad I said this before he got on here. But anyway, however, as with usual, my condolences and concerns go out to the family of King Kong Bundy, and thank you for King Kong Bundy. Thank you for your contributions to pro wrestling. You are absolutely, you may be gone but never forgotten. Rest in power. So, um, Uh, why am I always eating? Well, I'm hungry, dude. I'm hungry. It's human. We're supposed to eat to sustain. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a big old bite just because you said that. All right. So yeah, thanks a lot, Tim. You're just delaying the stream even more. No, I'm kidding. But so anyway, the Dusty Rhodes Classic. By the way, Tim, hopefully Impact's go. How you got? Just give me a couple of updates on Impact, but whatever. Looks delicious. Yeah, no, it's just ramen noodles, dude. But yeah, it's not nearly as amazing as the scrambled eggs I had last time. But I just didn't have time today. Mm. I did make these a little too watery, but they're still good though. They're still good. But anyway, um, so yeah, Rich Swan versus Ethan. Oh, nice, nice. Rich Swan versus Ethan Page. Nice. Yeah, hopefully Impact's good. I might. I actually have some time today, so I'll probably after this live stream I'll check out Impact. I know how shocking. Finally, the nerdy Mark watches Impact. Anyway, um, right. So with that being said, though, I guess no other news. I mean, I already said the King Kong Bundy thing to him while you were gone. So I said rest in peace and whatnot. You can go back and watch that after this is over. We had, you know, I think it's whatever. Anyway, so with that being said, let's just not dilly dally anymore. We're on the road to WrestleMania. We got the cruiserweight title. We have the cruiserweight tournament going on. You got the Dusty Rhodes Classic, both of which the round one has been completed. So all I'm going to do is just go through all the matches. I'm not really going to do too many of the promos. I'm just going to go through every single match, kind of talk about a few of the spots, tell you what I thought about it and whatnot, and then we'll go from there. All right? Sound good? Awesome. Anyway, so let's get started with NXT, the Dusty Rhodes Classic Round 1. Uh, we had Ricochet and Aleister Black, the newly formed tag team of Ricochet and Aleister Black, who are, of course, tagging a lot on Raw and SmackDown these days. And then they take on the European Union of Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel. I really do hope down the line when they do go back to NXT UK, they do team up with Walter because that would make all the sense in the world because Barthel was kind of sort of his stablemate, so in Ring Conf. So that would be pretty cool. I'd like to see Ring Conf 2.0 kind of come back about. I think so. This was really good. Alistair and Fabian started things off. Eichner wanted to slow things down, but obviously Black tried to speed it up. Barthel tagged in, and Black took control of the match after that. Black was on some cool spots. Black was on the turnbuckle, and he was gonna hit a turnbuckle move, and Barthel just uppercutted him from the air. I just love moves like that. I just love it. I don't know why. I just really like moves like that where they basically just sorry about that. Basically just they pick them up off of midair. We get it. We get something like that again in our next match, but we'll get to that in just a second. Ricochet did tag himself in. He took out the European Union, hit an amazing neck breaker onto Barthel and Eichner, kind of a double neck breaker sort of thing. And of course, followed up with a Tiger Feint Kick or 619, as it's more popularly known, I guess, to Barthel. That was really cool. And Barthel did try to ram, but and then he tried to ram Ricochet into Eichner, but Ricochet hit him off the apron. Then the European Union did take control via an amazing, amazing sequence. I don't really want to. It was happening so fast, so that's why I didn't really take the notes down. But absolutely go check out this match. Matter of fact, go watch all these matches. Watch NXT and 205 Live this week. It was fantastic. So anyway, yeah, I think this was really cool. Ricochet even at one point yelled, "Get off of me!" to not Fabian Eichner, to Marcel Barthel. That was pretty cool. I like that. Then Black tagged himself in and hit a springboard double knee strike onto Barthel, which looked gnarly. Yeah. And then Ricochet, oh yeah, he from the outside hit a springboard Frankensteiner, which looked amazing. But of course, the match did end with Eichner getting the Black mask to the face, courtesy of Aleister Black. So Ricochet and Black advanced to round two, which will happen next week. So that was good stuff. Congratulations to Ricochet and Aleister Black. A very interesting tag team. I think it's weird from last year's interesting kind of single star pairing up with uh, shoot with Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne teaming up to now Aleister Black and Ricochet, who were actually single stars. Now they're teaming up as a tag team. I think that's kind of interesting to maybe every year having two single stars who are not usually tag teams, teaming up. That's pretty cool. I like that. But anyway, um, yeah, this was a great match. A lot of good sequences. Both teams really brought it to the table, and but finally Black and Ricochet advanced, and this was fantastic stuff. So I really enjoyed this one. But let's move on to the next match, which was the Forgotten Sons, Blake and Cutler. Hey, look, I didn't forget them. You know, Finn and Joe, the inaugural winners. Yeah, Finn and Joe were the inaugural winners as well. That was pretty cool, and they were, of course, single stars, and then they teamed up. Oh my God, you can see the steam on the in the camera. That's awesome. Anyway, so we got the Forgotten Sons, Blake and Cutler, versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Oni Lorcan actually pulled double duty this week. He was in the Cruiserweight tournament too. We'll talk about that when we get to 205 Live. Burch and Cutler started off this match, and Burch grabbed Cutler. One of the cool spots, so Cutler was kind of doing like a springboard move. He tried to jump up, and then Burch just grabbed his leg and slammed him to the mat. That looked amazing. I loved that. The Forgotten Sons then hit a bunch of double teams on Orny Lorcan. Him playing kind of the babyface in peril a little bit. A lot of quick tags by Forgotten Sons. That was good stuff. Birch took Forgotten Sons. He tagged himself in, and he took both of those guys to Suplex City. So that was really cool. Then hit a springboard drop kick onto one of them. Then Lorcan was selling the back, so obviously the Sons definitely targeted the back of Lorcan, and this also affected this also kind of affected them doing double team maneuvers onto the Forgotten Sons. So that was there, and Lorcan then tagged himself in. Cutler. Yeah, then he got Lorcan in a Boston Crab, but Danny Burch saved with the headbutt, which is amazing. That looked gnarly as well. Lorcan then he tagged himself in, and it was on fire and hit a double blockbuster on Blake and Cutler, which looked fantastic. And then finally, of course, the double team did get blocked by Blake, and Forgotten Sons hit their double team, and finally they advanced to round two. They beat the Lorcan and Burch, or the 1-2 of NXT, whatever. That was cool. So that was pretty awesome. Another really good match. Again, great sequences. I have nothing but good things to say about NXT and 205 Live this week. Just letting you know. But this is a really good match. Absolutely go watch it. But moving on, I know I said I wasn't going to get into any promos, but I know that John of Armbar Audio would probably kill me if I didn't talk about this. So the Velveteen Dream interrupted some of the the festivities. Anyway, so Velveteen Dream did appear, and Dream stands on the announcer's table, let everyone know that he is, of course, the North American champion. Then Matt Riddle interrupted and said, "I just wanted to say hi, bro, and I also wanted to congratulate you on winning the North American title, and I wanted to get a closer look at it, and I also wanted to know how it would feel around my waist." So it looks like he is challenging the Velveteen Dream to a match in the near future. I really hope it's for the North American title, and I really hope it's a takeover. That would be so awesome. So this was good stuff, but then we come back into the match. We got Mustache Mountain, aka Big Strong Boys, versus the Street Profits. We have Bait and Ford start things off. Good stuff between the two. We have Ford taking Bait to Rest Hold City quite a bit. Then Bait did hit a monkey flip, which Ford countered. This looked fantastic. Then Dawkins tagged in, and the Profits take control. Seven then tags himself in and hits, and then he hits a springboard double team, and then with both Bait and Seven hitting a springboard double team onto one of them, and then the Profits were being a lot more aggressive this time around. So I don't know if this is it, but it seems like they are going towards a heel turn for the Street Profits, which I would be kind of interested to see because, I like the Street Profits, but in my opinion, this is just my opinion, they seem like a PG version of Crime Time, and that's just how I feel. But hopefully, if they turn heel, there can be something fresh about their character, and I would be really, really uh, grateful if they did that. So that was cool. But oh yeah, I'll eat this later. But um, Seven then fakes out Ford with a chop, but then turns it into a DDT and tagged Tyler in. Then Ford tags in Dawkins, and Dawkins is of course fired up. Profits then hit a spinebuster frog splash combo onto Tyler Bate, which was fantastic. Bate hits a German onto Dawkins, and the big strong boys hit the double team and advance to round two. This was also a really good match. I really am rooting for Mustache Mountain in this tournament. They're probably not going to win just because they always get like so close, but I really do want them to gain the NXT tag team titles. That would be cool. Or go for the NXT UK titles, try again for them, and this time actually let them win for because I think they deserve some titles. They've done quite a bit in NXT, and we need to put some titles on those guys, please, and thank you, Triple H. Come on, do it. Okay, and then finally, we did have the main event of NXT, and the final match, round one match of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. It was the newly reunited Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano DIY versus the Undisputed Era. Now, real quick, I do want to address this. Unfortunately, Tommaso Ciampa did get injured, and he's actually going through severe neck surgery, and he's actually gonna be out of action indefinitely. This is absolutely horrible news. I think this was really, really bad. Really, this is crap, man. I feel bad for Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, he's a total dick on TV, but you know what? That guy can freaking wrestle. And after just coming back from an injury like not even a year ago, and then all of a sudden getting injured again, and now he's gonna have to take a huge hiatus just to get his neck healed up. That's just terrible, man. So I wish a speedy recovery to Tommaso Ciampa, and I really do hope that he can return sooner than later. But the DIY theme is back. They came back with the DIY theme, which was pretty cool. I liked that. Gargano and Fish started it off. Good sequence there. Then Ciampa did tag in as well, and he went super brutal on O'Reilly, who also tagged himself in. Era do regain control, but Fish kicks Gargano into O'Reilly's knee bar, which was looking amazing. That was a great sequence right there. Johnny does play the babyface in peril and getting his ass kicked, but Gargano does fight back. O'Reilly then hit a double underhook, which looked fantastic as well. I mean, O'Reilly's an amazing athlete, man. I love that guy. As is Fish. I mean, both those guys. Redragon, those guys. Right? Excuse me. Ooh, whew. Then Fish locked in a Bonnie Luck onto Gargano. Gargano just getting killed out there, man. Gargano then took out Redragon in an amazing sequence, which I don't, again, remember. It was too fast, so I didn't write it down. And then O'Reilly then kicking Ciampa, but Tommaso counters into a knee to the neck. How ironic. So, yeah, that was cool. But Ciampa then hit a Blue Thunder Bomb onto O'Reilly. That was fantastic. I've never seen him hit a Blue Thunder Bomb. Tim, maybe if you have, let me know if he's done that before. But I've never done that. But Gargano hit a slingshot spear onto O'Reilly, but he transitioned it into a guillotine. That was amazing. I just love counters, man. That's another thing I'm a sucker for is counters. Those are fantastic. So then O'Reilly and Gargano do hit each other with double clotheslines, which was really good. And there were too many great sequences in this match. And DIY do take the era to DDT City because Gargano hit a springboard DDT. No, Ciampa hit a spike DDT. Then Gargano followed up with a springboard DDT. And then and then of course finally DIY do hit their patented meet in the middle double team maneuver. and win the match, and they advance to round two. And this was great. This is a great match, but you know what? This was a little bit depressing for me to watch, just because Champa just had this really great match, but unfortunately, I kind of saw the news that he got injured, and like I said, he's indefinitely, out of action. So this was kind of sad for me. So I'm wondering what they'll do. Redragon D and R at capped because of the influences of Davey Richards. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I think you misspelled something there, Tim. You wanna? I didn't understand what you said, but no, I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. But um, anyway, so yeah, I think this was fantastic, like I said. But again, it's very sad. So I'm interested to see though how are they going to do this because DIY did advance to the next round, and with Champa out, are they going to replace DIY altogether? Is Champa going to find another partner? I don't know. If he does find a partner, I don't know who I would have him team up with. What do you? I don't know, Tim. Who would you want Gargano to team up with? I don't see him teaming up with anyone else except Champa, in my opinion. Um, but man, it'd be crazy if Dream teamed up with him. I don't think it's gonna happen, obviously, but I think it would be kind of crazy just because they had a match, and then now he's teaming up with his opponent. Excuse me. All comes around. Red Dragon. Yeah, Red Dragon. Oh, it's Red Dragon. Okay, okay. It's not Re Dragon. I just thought because the way they spelled it, it was anyway. So yeah, but that was NXT, not Re. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Thank you, Tim. But yeah, it's not Re Dragon. It is Red Dragon. Like I said, I thought just because of the way it's spelled, I thought it was Re Dragon. But okay, thank you, Tim. I appreciate you correct. Thank you for correcting me. I really do appreciate that. Seriously, I do. Um, yeah. But anyway, so that was NXT. Fantastic show. Yeah, they broke. Oh, they broke up. Okay. Well, I mean, now they're kind of back together through Undisputed Era. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe they'll form. Maybe down the line we can have Red Dragon form once again. Um, Down the line, who knows? But then again, they're kind of doing really well with um, Cole and Strong. So, I don't know. Hold on, let me just eat a little bit more before we get into 205 Live. But NXT was a great show. They were settling Gargano. They were sitting Gargano and Ciampa. Yeah, they were. Yeah, and now that's not possible because Ciampa got injured. So that makes me sad. I'm very sad, Tim. I'm very sad. I want to cry now. Okay, can you come to Texas and give me a hug so I don't cry? Thank you. All right. With that, let's move on to 205 Live. So 205 Live, these are the last two matches in the cruiserweight tournament for round one. Okay, so for round one. Um, so last week we did have the first match, and next week we will have I Feel You, Red Dragon DNR. Capitalized for Davey. Oh, okay. Capitalized for Davey Rich. Oh, interesting. All right. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. This is why Tim. This is why I need you on my live streams because you spew out all this knowledge that you have in your noggin that I don't. I'm just a noob wrestling fan. Anyway, but so I'm just kidding. Which is all. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, hold on one second. You know what? I'm gonna get another bite. Thank you, Tim. Thanks for the hug. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that. Here, this is me hugging you back. There you go. Oh, dude, where did my Blaziken go? Are you serious? Where did Blaziken go? Yeah, this is just me wasting time. I don't know why. I dropped my Blaziken somewhere. That kind of sucks. It's not good. That's no bueno. Jeez. All right, I'll look for it later. It's not a big deal. We gotta keep it moving. Okay. So last week we did have Drew Gulak and Tony Nese advancing to round two. So that should be a good match. That's gonna be the match happening next week. That's gonna be one of the matches happening next week. And excuse me, the other match happening next the other match happening next week will be determined now. So let's start with our first match on 205 Live, which was Humberto Carrillo versus Oni Lorcan of NXT. I mean, hey, he lost. They got eliminated from the Dusty Rhodes Classic, so Oni Lorcan's like, yeah, might as well. Let me come down here and see what I can do for the Cruiserweight Champion. It's funny, they did this too. Back in his Pokeball. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I need to find the Pokeball then. I'll find it. Anyway, so yeah, Oni Lorcan pulled double duty like I mentioned. I guess I mean it was interesting because last year we had this cruiserweight tournament and Roderick Strong was the NXT guy coming into 205 Live to compete for this. So that was pretty cool. I think that was a interesting callback to uh, last year when they had an NXT guy come in and fill in one of the spots. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, by the way, if you hear music back there, it's my mom and dad. They're practicing for, because like I said, they do music. And so they have a concert coming up this weekend. So they're practicing for that. So that if you hear the music in the background. So anyway, but it's good to see Lorcan in singles action after a very long time. So that was pretty cool. A lot of rest hold city in this match. Only Lorcan kind of tries to keep it grounded, while Carrillo does try to do his high fly moves, despite his mentors, Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher, advising him not to, because no fly zone and whatnot. All right. So then Lorcan did try to slow it down, and Carrillo tried to speed it up this time, much like the first match in NXT. I mean, just a little connection there, nothing really much. But anyway, amazing European uppercut by Lorcan once again. That was great. And this match was more or less one sided in favor of Lorcan. He actually got a lot more offense in, but Carrillo did get some offense in the second half of the match, but Lorcan did quickly regain control. Some amazing stuff by Carrillo. Again, I love this guy so much, and not just because he's an extremely pretty face that I'm jealous of, but he's a damn good wrestler. So, yeah, I mean Carrillo did hit an amazing moonsault. He tried to go for a top rope move, but he got caught by another uppercut. Again, those counters, that really just gets me warms my loving heart. Well, that kind of I'm sorry that got away from me, didn't it? But just warms my heart. Anyway, so so then Lorcan then hits a fisherman suplex on the apron, which looked painful, and then he tried to go for his finisher half and half, but he can't hit it. Of course he can't because there's no coffee. There's not a cup of coffee in the ring, is there? Ha ha ha. Sorry. Fun fact: I only take my coffee with a little half and half. Anyway, so Carrillo did try to hit another top rope move, but Lorcan countered and finally hit the half and half to win the match. Great stuff here. Only Lorcan advances. And on a side note, because he reminds me of him so much, I really want to see Oni Lorcan versus Cesaro. That would be an amazing match. And Tim, I know you heard me, and I know you're salivating at the thought of that match. So drool away on the chat. Anyway, but this was good stuff. We then had Mike Kanellis. He wanted to be on the Cruiserweight tournament, but of course Drake Maverick said no, get your wins wins and losses ratio up a little bit, and then we can talk. But so out of frustration, he beats on this poor jobber. I forget his name. He takes off his jacket, throws it at the jobber, and starts beating the guy up. Yeah, he just keeps beating him up. Kanellis even hit a crossroads, and then Maria and him just left because they're just like, well, you know what? Screw you, Drake Maverick. Screw this. Screw everybody here. If we're not getting a chance, we're gonna do this until we do. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. It's cool, but I really hope Mike Kanellis gets a new finisher because he's basically just doing the crossroads. So, yeah, let's get something new for Mike Kanellis, please, and thank you. Triple H again, you know. All right. Oh, these are good though. Like I said, I put a little too much water in them, But they're still good. They're still good noodles. They're still still have the flavor packed in them. All right. I have one more button. We'll get to the last match. We're almost done, so don't worry. All right. So with that, let's go to the final match. We have Cedric Alexander taking on Akira Tozawa, and another really good match. And again, we got another rest hold city moment in this, so that was there. I mean, I'm honestly not a huge fan of rest holds that much. I think that they need to be used a little bit more sparingly than how they're being used. Like, because every other move, they're just like, well, just put him in a rest hold, and then you just see this for a whole minute. It kind of takes away from the match a little bit. But luckily, it was just in the beginning because the rest of this match was awesome. But Tozawa did. Cedric tried to go for a Hurricane Rana dropkick combo, but Tozawa did dodge it, so that was cool. Tozawa did try a dive, but Alexander countered it with a knee to the gut. So yeah, I mean, and Alexander did keep targeting the abdomen of Tozawa so that he could soften it up, so that when he hit the lumbar check, it would be with a lot more ease. So that was good stuff there. And Alexander was being a bit more heelish in this, which I liked because heel Alexander is interesting Alexander. So that's really what I need to see. My chapstick was right here. Anyway, so put that down. Yeah, and oh yeah, I'm just looking at my notes. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, but there's a lot more mat wrestling. Oh yeah, Alexander did drive Tozawa's spine into the apron, hurting his back too. So that was crazy. A lot more mat wrestling than what I expected. I expected these two to just be flipping like crazy on the in this match, like almost like Will Ospreay and Ricochet if they were when they have a match together. Um, yeah. Then he tries to Tozawa can't hit a German or lock in his octopus hold because of his back. So that was interesting. The both men do get pretty wobbly in the ring towards the leg end, towards the leg end of the match. They're kind of on like spaghetti legs, as the announcers say. The Tozawa does hit two boots. Tozawa with two boots, but Alexander fires up and hits the elbow, which knocks out Tozawa's mouth guard. That looked pretty nasty. I mean, it didn't look nasty, but that's just some good another moment. Another thing, Tozawa did counter hit. So Alexander did go for a lumbar check, but Tozawa countered it into a DDT and then hits a Hurricane Rana. That was just fantastic. A lot of counters throughout both NXT and 205 Live this week, so that was cool. Tozawa then locked in a Fujiwara armbar, which of course Cedric tried to counter, but Tozawa turned that into converted into a German, and then Tozawa. And then the match did end when Tozawa went to the top rope, tried to hit a move, tried to hit his senton, but Alexander met him there, picked him up, and hit the lumbar check for the win. And so next week we're gonna have Cedric Alexander versus Oni Lorcan and Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. This should be a really packed episode. Next week should be a very packed episode of 205 Live, so I'm really excited. So overall, both shows were absolutely amazing this week. Some great wrestling throughout. I don't know if I can really pick a match of the night. I was gonna say DIY versus Era, but the thing with Tommaso Ciampa kind of soured it for me. I mean, it just made me really sad and just really saddened me. Like I said, with that, but then again, I guess I will give this one for NXT. I'm going to say my favorite match was Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the European Union. Great stuff there. A lot of mat wrestling. There was some mat wrestling in it, but also a lot of technical wrestling. And a 205 Live, I'm going to go ahead and say Carrillo versus Lorcan was a really good match. Tozawa and Alexander was fantastic too, but I mean, just something about seeing Lorcan in singles action just really did it for me, and it really, like I said, got me in the feels a little. Well, not got me in the feels, but it was really, you know, resonated with me, and I really enjoyed seeing that. I do hope we see more of Lorcan in singles action in the future because this man is a damn good competitor. I don't want to compare him to the Bar because both Birch and Lorcan actually elevate each other, unlike Cesaro and Sheamus, because Sheamus is not a bad wrestler, but I feel like Cesaro has to tone himself down and kind of, has to, he has to kind of bring himself down to Sheamus's level just to be on the same, just to be on, of course, the bar. So, you know, I do hope eventually we do get a thing where both of these men go their separate ways. I don't know, Sheamus and Cesaro. But anyway, again, great sequence, great matches from both brands today. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought about both NXT and 205 Live in the comments below. Tim, thank you for joining me in the chat, even if it was for a little bit. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we are very close to 100 subscribers, and I will be doing a really cool giveaway once we hit 100. So do tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark as much as you can. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you guys next time on the Nerdy Mark channel. You guys take care. Bye-bye. And I'm going to go and finish the rest of these noodles off camera. All right? I'll see you guys later.